So in regards to my last video, I can see how some of you might be confused with my statement on how I think Takara Tomy is watching me. That's a 100% joke. It was just a bit. Um, I didn't mean pretty much anything of what I said about the whole they're stealing my ideas. Um, that was an entire joke. Someone asked me what the other three occasions were. Well, there's this one, but I'm not saying that Takara Tomy copied me at all. Just making, I was just making a stupid joke. And pretty much I just used this as an excuse to make a video and talk about a design that I had in mind. Um, the whole TT copied me. Yeah, that was an entire joke. I didn't think some people were gonna take it seriously. Um, I know there's a couple people out there that did. I'm not calling anyone out. But there were a couple of you guys that were joking around with me. I know the ones that were obviously joking around. You, if you were the ones that were joking around, you obviously know. Um, but to those who didn't, that was a 100% gag. It was just a joke. It was just basically an excuse for me to make a video and mess around. What I meant by they took a couple of my other designs, they haven't taken anything from me. It was just a complete joke. But the other two designs that they had that were very similar was I had an idea for a frame similar to Dagger, and I actually named one of my skits the Dagger's Edge, and then they came out with the frame Dagger like a week later, um, and I just make jokes about that. I don't remember what the other one was, but it was an idea very similar to mine. Now, once again, I do not I'm not claiming that Takara Tomy took any of my ideas. Um, I want to be very clear. It was a 100% joke just for me to make a video on. Um, in fact, I actually really like how Takara Tomy did it, and it it's kind of a proof of concept for me. Um, because it shows that my idea can be done. They just went about it a little bit differently. And honestly, I kind of like how they went about it. I like my idea a little bit more just because it's a little more basic and my idea is a little more friendly towards people who would like to make their own Beyblade or have something to tinker with. Um, but I really like what Takara Tomy did, and I definitely see them having the potential to come back and do that with other bays. I do really like the idea. Um, I think it's really really cool. Um, so yeah, Takara Tomy, keep doing what you're doing. You're making some really great products. Um, I really love the idea that you had with the two different types of swords. I'd like to see a couple different versions come out. We have attack and defense. Why not throw in a stamina? Achilles is all about using all the modes. And yeah, I'd really like to see it. So, once again, guys, it was an absolute 100% joke. Um, I didn't think anyone was actually going to take it seriously that I was accusing Takara of stealing my designs. That was a 100% joke. Um, Obviously, they didn't steal my designs. A nobody compared to them. Doesn't really matter to me. I just find it kind of interesting how I was able to come up with an idea that a big brand like Takara came up with eventually, even though I was on top of the game. Yeah, but I really, really like the idea. I'd like to see a bunch more Beyblades come out with gimmicks like that. I would really, really like to see it. I think it's kind of cool, and I definitely see how they could do random boosters with different wings and blades for it, or whatever they call them. Because there was one random booster back in Show Z where they actually gave a level chip with it, and level chips you had to like buy or 3D print. Um, but I think it would be kind of neat if they did release other versions of it. So Yeah, just to recap, I'm not claiming that Takara Tomy took any of my stuff. It was just a gag. It was just a stupid joke that clearly I wasn't. How do I word this without being offensive? Clearly, I wasn't clear enough that I was joking. Um, but yeah, I'm not taking credit for anything that Takara Tomy has done. But yeah, so Takara, keep doing what you're doing, and if you do have someone watching me, keep them coming. I got a lot of great ideas. That's another joke, guys. Um, but yeah, I was 100% joking about that. I was pretty much just using it as an excuse to talk about an idea that I had that never really came to be. I'd still really like to try it out. In fact, someone said that I should definitely try it, and I'd like to. I just need to find someone who's a better designer than I am because I have no clue how to make that. Um, but yeah. So sorry for the confusion, guys. If I did confuse you, once again, I'm not calling anyone out. I'm not gonna call out the ones who clearly knew I was joking. I'm not gonna call out the ones who didn't know that I was joking. I'm not calling anyone out on this. It was just, now that I look back on it, I can see how it's a little confusing to some people. I was joking. I was just using it as an excuse to make a video. Alright, guys, that's about it. See you around.